Squash XL Pro is an elite team that work hard to train, play and run squash events on our journey to climb the world rankings. Like, subscribe, comment, pick up some of our merch on Teespring.
Let's get underway now with this quarterfinal number 3. It is ZAC MILLAR, the third seed from New Zealand. And ZAC MILLAR is up against Daniel Lee from Malaysia, the right-hander. And Lee had a pretty good match and a pretty good series of matches last week at the Panmure tournament. And let's see how well he can go today. He's a pretty solid player. And he's going to give ZAC MILLAR a bit of a workout. Duncan Lee, that is. I think we might have called him Daniel. My apologies. And still certainly a big crowd around on these front 2 courts. And a lot of other players on the other courts as well for the Auckland Open, BARFOOT and Thompson Auckland Open. There's Division 1, 2 and 3 in the men's, maybe 4. And in the women's at least a couple of divisions as well. So good play there from ZAC MILLAR, just dominating the play. Able to, with those short jab shots that he has, he certainly do a big swing as well, but on that forehand he just jabs at it. And going for a little gentle jog across the court. Flicks that one, but flicks it into the tin. Going over the glass. Let's see how Duncan Lee can handle some of the unorthodox shots coming at him. Yeah, look at that. Nice play. Keeps holding the racket up, the grip nice and strong on the grip, and angles it down for the winner. So far in these early stages, it's both players just taking their time, working their way into the match. And not much bounce from the back of the court. That's probably the thing that he needs to remember, ZAC MILLAR, that if he can put it back there, the bounce can certainly be quite varied. And flicking that one straight into the tin. It is now 4-5 with Lee to serve. So far, no major, just about more racket in his head. So let's see what ZAC MILLAR can do here. Fairly relaxed serve. good play there from Lee. Keeps him in the rally. Keeps him in the game. He's been pretty patient so far. Look at that big swing there. Just a bit of a shoulder. And player left. So I think some of the Malaysians are finding that there's been a little bit of physical contact they didn't quite anticipate. Certainly in the previous game. Anthony Lepper and his opponent there, that was quite a bit of contact. Amaral, oh gee, that's a little bit nasty. Just tripped over the big hoofs of ZAC MILLAR. Perhaps it sounded worse than what it was. I'm not sure. He's back up anyway. You get up off the ground, get told no lep. Oh, gee. How to make the player not feel good. It's just, and just, so he goes splat, gets up, gets told no lep, and then gets asked if he can play. So just taking a little injury break there. So we'll come back after this little injury break. I think it's just... Well, after the injury break, to our Malaysian friend Lee against ZAC MILLAR. And he took a bit of a fall, did Lee. Got tangled up in the hoofs of ZAC MILLAR, went splat down, and they got told no lep. Taking the full advantage of the injury break. And we got MILLAR with a 9-5. And did not make that 9-6 lead to MILLAR now. Chops it away from the body, comes off the wall, stays real low, couldn't pick that one up. And if you hear a bit of laughter, that's because I think there's a Masters player taking on Tom Marshall. So there's a little bit of a difference in age there. So ZAC MILLAR smiling. Well, he is leading and does have game point. And let's see how he goes here. Just walks up, kind of casually serves, and away we go. And that's it. It is 11-7 to ZAC MILLAR. Takes the first game against Duncan Lee. So a good start there for MILLAR. Righto, we're back for the second game, and it is ZAC MILLAR leading by 1-0 as we get into the later parts of the evening. And around about now, it was meant to be the final match starting. Well, there's no chance of that. So what we do have is ZAC MILLAR against Duncan Lee, and first point of game 2. Don't forget there is still another match remaining. That is Tenwa Chalisi up against Sean Wigan. It's Sean Wigan's home club. Tenwa Chalisi having a fairly straightforward victory earlier today in the second round. And Chalisi defeating Nicholas Calvert. Took a little while to get going, but then 7, 8 and 8. Sean Wigan having a straight game victory over Mason Smales. So those two will be clashing after this match. The winner of this one will play the winner of that one. Just letting you know that the women's semi-finals start at 3 p.m. Oh, managed to get there. Anticipated well too, ZAC MILLAR. And what's he after there? Just to let you know that Abby Palmer, the top seed, will take on Nitian and Dan from Malaysia in one semi-final. The other semi-final, well, it's going to feature Maiden Lee Ko up against Lana Harrison. So the first one at 3 o'clock, the second one 4, and then we get into the men's semi-finals. We already know that Lawamba Chalisi will take on Amir Amarol from Malaysia, and a little bit of a grin there from ZAC MILLAR. He's down love too though. Ooh. Well, he was moving towards the ball. So what you've got there is ZAC MILLAR saying, well, he's trying to go for the shot. And it just happened to be that his opponent happened to be in the way. He's a solid boy, ZAC MILLAR. And Lee's just thinking, hang on, I got knocked to the ground again. So there's fair points on both sides, and the fact that ZAC MILLAR is trying to go for the ball. It's just that the body of Lee was still within range, and he just keeps on getting knocked to the ground. The first time, though, was probably his own fault that he got tripped up. And it's a good shot. Yep. That's a nice answer. 4-1 up now, the Malaysian. Just chipping that one into the tin. Gets another point to ZAC MILLAR. No fuss about the serve. Let's just stroke it through. Oh, he's pretty fortunate, MILLAR. He's hit a couple of Slaps into the tin goer's way from Lee. And there's another one. That's a good shot. A few more winners coming up from both players in this next game here. And it was ZAC Millar taking the first. It was a big injury break for Lee. Pops that one away. He's got it back. Look at those wrangles from both players, and in the end it's Lee that slaps it away deep to the back of the court. What do we got? There's the polite applause from the Malaysians. Great angle from ZAC Millar. Just a real acute angle. And what's he after there? Just to check on it. So we continue on yet again. And it's a second injury break for Duncan Lee. See what ZAC Millar can do. He's closed the gap to just 1 point, and he's down 7-8, and he makes that 2 points. And it's looking dangerous to go to 4, 5 even. We've still got that other match of Sean Wiggin and Temwa Chilisi remaining. There is a delay on most other courts around the venue as well, with the Auckland Open Division 1, 2, 3. Oh, and just a miss there. Sure about his timing. His footwork seemed to be okay. So what can ZAC Millar do here? His usual casual serve. Plays it through. His straight arm on the serve. Oh, just got jammed against the wall. So it's 10-8. Can he make it 1-1, the Malaysian? Been a couple of good performances last week at the Palmua tournament. I think he made the semi-finals. And yep, gets the stroke, he knew it. Started walking straight away, although you've got to be careful doing that too early sometimes. And there you go, 9-10. Oh, no, not picked up. He doesn't mind throwing himself around. A couple of times he's gone splat. That time it was just almost on the ground. And he's pretty happy with that, ZAC MILLAR. Goes ahead 11-10. It's a game ball. It's been a drawn-out match with 2 injury breaks for Lee. Oh, great turn. A bit of a shoulder there. Got it, he has. Oh. Yeah, well, no wonder you need an injury break when you keep on splatting yourself on the ground. And that's a 12-10 to ZAC MILLAR. Takes game 2. And they're back on court again. And it is a change of shirt there for the Malaysian player. ZAC MILLAR just keeping on anyway. Oh, nice running down. And good sit on from Duncan Lee. So he's got the 2-love lead as Lee. Good change of direction, good tactics from Lee to control the point from up close. So he's raced down to a big and fairly easy lead, has Lee, but there you go, there's 2 points back. Lee now taking the advantage, 8-3. Just ZAC Millar gone off the boil a little bit, whereas Lee coming out quite strong. And then you get that. That's exactly what you'd expect from ZAC Millar. Gets the stroke. So he's staying with it. Just 3 points to come back to even it up. Yeah, you can see that. He was checking where Millar was going to go. Millar went to the forehand side, but Lee planted the ball in the backhand side in the end. And this game seems to have gone. So it has ZAC Millar leading 2-1 against Duncan Lee, and Lee taking the third in quick fashion. And that's a good start for the Malaysian player. He's had a couple of injury breaks in game 1 and 2. Those breaks after a couple of falls for Duncan Lee. That's a bit of depth on that shot. And he had the opportunity there, did ZAC Millar, to put that one away and tried for too much. Light applause again from the Malaysians as Duncan Lee just takes the lead, continues on, 4-1 up. It'll be a great comeback if he can take it. Of course, the first semi-final will feature the Wamba Chalisi against Amir Amirul. So that's one Malaysian in the semi-finals. Can Duncan Lee make it 2? A nice play. Waited until his opponent had come up close enough to punch it past him. And now 4-5. 2 games to 1 up. ZAC MILLAR, what's... Oh dear. That's not good. It's one of the more basics, and he knows it. Gave away a free point without his opponent actually even having to hit for it. The 2-point advantage to Duncan Lee. He's getting closer to taking it to 5. And of course, we love those 5s. Oh, gee, look at that. Pretty assertive shot. What's the call here? Zac's kind of saying, well, can I make myself dinner? Gets a round of applause there from the Malaysian players, but also from ZAC MILLAR as well. So Duncan Lee's got renewed energy as he gets ready to potentially take this to 5. That's a good shot. And now game ball. And about to take it to 5. That is 5. Underway now, 2 games all, and into the 5th. It is Duncan Lee starting with the serve. ZAC MILLAR. Oh, nice post. Has he got it? He has. Oh. Oh, that. So the point stands for ZAC MILLAR. Plenty of advice coming from the Malaysians. Malaysian supporters. We're going to get a few of these. It's the 5th game. Of course, it's going to be quite tight. And 2 games. Or 2 points, that is, to ZAC MILLAR. tried to get out of the way, but it wasn't quick enough, and it's played it too tight. So 3-1. He almost took another one. There's been 2 of those. And he gets another stroke, so there's 2 in a row. A bit of body checking going through every time they cross paths. Oh, that's number 3. 3 in a row. I'm sure ZAC Millar's okay with it. Oh, and then he does that. Come on, after 3 strokes going your way, that's the last thing you want to do. And that's better depth. Plays it nice and flat, not much pace on it. It's almost a 3/4 pace shot. It went deep. Well, ZAC seemed pretty happy, whereas his Malaysian opponent didn't seem to think the same way. He seemed to think that he'd got it over, whereas Lee didn't think so at all, and neither did the officials. ZAC Millar was celebrating it. And by that stage, Lee had thought the point had been completed, and so had the officials. So he doesn't get anything going his way now, Millar. Always entertaining to watch. Just never too sure what's going to happen next. It's good play. Very patient there from Duncan Lee. And still 2 points behind. So Millar's got the advantage. And that was pretty much from those 3 strokes in a row. And now it's just back to 1 point. Just going for a little walk. And back to 6 each. Oh, lifted too much. And for the first time in the 5th game, it is Duncan Lee ahead. Only 1 point ahead, but he's still ahead. Oh, Lee thought he had that one, and he has it now. He thought he had it one earlier. And the polite applause coming from the Malaysian players. Could end up that there's 2 Malaysians through to the semi-finals. Already got Amir Amirul through. Defeated Anthony Lepper and will take on Lawamba Chalisi. That's better, gets one back. Oh, 9-7 for the Malaysian player. It's been the full gambit of every single shot you could hope or not hope for at times. Oh, and look at that face, he's smiling and saying just one more point. And just the conversations going on there. Lee pointing it out and Zach sort of saying, well, not me. Oh, what a way to finish. Pretty happy about that, and through the semi-finals. And ZAC Millar gives him his racket back. It's a 5-gamer. Congratulations there to Duncan Lee. He will go through to the semi-finals.